What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, this fantasy matchup is starting to gain traction between undefeated three-division world champion who simultaneously holds the WBA super title at 130. He holds the WBA regular title 135 and 140. Undefeated superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. 25 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 big wins by way of knockout. He's 26 years of age, standing at 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, he and former unified welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman is starting to gain traction, okay? Keith Thurman was asked about a fight between himself and Gervonta Tank Davis, hypothetically, and it started to gain traction due to Keith Thurman's response. Keith Thurman, 29 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 22 big wins by way of knockout, stands at 5'7.5" with a 69-inch arm reach. Keith Thurman is 32 years of age, okay? Last time we saw Keith Thurman in the ring was July of 2019 when he took on legendary 8-division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. And he lost a split decision, lost to Manny Pacquiao, and he lost his WBA title. With that said, he had already previously been stripped of the WBC title due to inactivity. Gervonta Tank Davis is young, southpaw, hungry lion, okay? He's similar in stature to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis is explosive southpaw. Manny Pacquiao, explosive southpaw. So there's some similarities to Gervonta Tank Davis and Manny Pacquiao. Thus the reason why I believe this question was asked to Keith Thurman. You know, and it's not so much of hypothetical because we saw that, you know, Leonard Ellerbe, Mayweather CEO and promotion CEO. Leonard Ellerbe, he stated that Tank Davis could have some huge fights. He could have some very, very huge fights at 147, okay? And so Leonard Ellerbe, he stated that, you know, once he made that statement and the fact that this question was asked to Keith Thurman, it starts to gain traction, okay? Keith Thurman is a pure boxer. Keith Thurman has been inactive, to say the very least, the last couple of years, okay? Keith Thurman, you know, he's fought Josito Lopez, Manny Pacquiao. You know, in this last 4 or 5 years, he's fought probably 5 times in his career, okay? Let's say since the Sean Porter, Danny Garcia fight, 2017, okay? Keith Thurman fought 3 times since 2017. 3 times in 4 years, okay? This is 2021. Keith Thurman has only fought 3 times in 4 years, and actually, you can make that 5 years because he only fought 1 time in 2016. So he fought 4 times in 5 years, okay? He's very, very inactive. Now, Keith Thurman is a guy who relies on his reflexes, okay? He relies on his quickness. He relies on being slick, his foot movement, okay? He does have power. He is a pure boxer, but he relies on those reflexes. And when you don't use those reflexes, they start to fade, okay? And age starts to fade those reflexes as well. Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, has a lot of similarities to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, he dropped Keith Thurman in the first round. Then he badly hurt Keith Thurman in the 10th round to the body. With Keith Thurman, he got hurt so bad that he spit out his mouthpiece and started running around the ring, okay, to avoid Manny Pacquiao. Gervonta Tank Davis is a younger, fresher, hungrier version of Manny Pacquiao. Now, this is not to say that Manny Pacquiao is not hungry. Manny Pacquiao has a mega fight coming up on his hands against undefeated, unified, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion superstar boxer who is widely considered by many to be top 3 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world in Earl the Truth Spence Jr., okay? Earl Spence Jr. is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 21 big wins by way of knockout. Earl Spence Jr. is 31 years of age. He stands at 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. But Earl Spence, he had inactivity due to that horrific car accident that he suffered. But Errol Spence is a big, young, hungry, strapping welterweight. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Errol Spence. It's a legacy fight, and Errol Spence is going to show up and show out. Nonetheless, Errol Spence is a fight that Keith Thurman has been trying to secure himself, okay? But with that said, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, has a lot of similarities to Manny Pacquiao. I said this about Errol Spence to say this, that, you know, he's going to bring everything he has to Errol Spence, okay? Because he has a lot, he feels like he has a lot to to be desired. He has a lot to prove. So he's definitely going to be looking to, make a statement against Errol Spence. As he said, that Errol Spence motivates him, okay? Because beating Errol Spence after beating four-division world champion superstar boxer Adrian the Problem Broner, then beating, Keith Thurman. Now, if he could beat Errol Spence, in this era, Manny Pacquiao's been boxing for over 20 years. So that speaks volumes. He's 42 years old, 42 years of age, Manny Pacquiao. 62 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws. Manny Pacquiao has 39 big wins by way of knockout. He himself was knocked out 3 times, okay? So with that said, there's a lot of similarities. But I think that the hunger of Gervonta Tank Davis, he has a lot more to prove than Manny Pacquiao has to prove, okay? He has a lot more that he needs to, lay out for his legacy. Now, he's already a 3-division champion. I believe he's a 5-time world champion, 3-division champion, simultaneously holds belts in 3 different weight classes. His legacy is already being built. But you put him in there with Keith Thurman, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder because Gervonta Tank Davis is going to feel like everybody is doubting him. So Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be looking to make a statement against Keith Thurman, okay? And Gervonta Tank Davis is a very, very vicious body puncher, okay? Keith Thurman has shown that's his biggest glaring weakness is when guys go to his body. It just seems like Keith Thurman, he just can't, he has no punch resistance when it comes to guys going to his body. We saw him badly hurt by Luis Collazo. We saw him badly hurt to the body by Josito Lopez. Then most recently against Manny Pacquiao. And all 3 times that I made mention of, looked like Keith Thurman was on the verge of getting stopped. Now, he weathered the storm against Josito Lopez and against Luis Collazo. He wasn't able to weather the storm when it comes to Manny Pacquiao because he took his first loss in his career. And Gervonta Tank Davis is a level above Josito Lopez, and he's a level above, Luis Collazo, okay, in skills. I want to say he's multi-levels above them, okay? So I think this would be a bad matchup for Keith Thurman. I think this is a lose-lose situation for Keith Thurman, and it's a fight he definitely should not entertain, okay? Now, it's a big pay-per-view event, as Keith Thurman stated. It's a huge pay-per-view event. But at the same time, this is a lose-lose situation for Keith Thurman, okay? Manny Pacquiao against Keith Thurman was a different story. Now, again, I said in similar in stature and size, Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Tank Davis. But Gervonta Tank Davis has not campaigned at 147, okay? He just made his debut at 140 against Mario Barrios, okay? Mario Barrios is bigger than Keith Thurman, okay? Mario Barrios is at 5'10", nearly 5'11". Mario Barrios has a 70-plus inch arm reach as well. He's a very big guy, okay? So he's bigger than Keith Thurman at 5'8". So Gervonta Tank Davis' stature, right, is going to be what's looked at. Everybody's going to say, well, this guy is too small for welterweight, okay? And so this is why it'll be a lose-lose situation for Keith Thurman, okay? Because if Keith Thurman looks bad against Gervonta Tank Davis, it's over for his career, okay? Not that Gervonta Tank Davis is not a great fighter, but it's just going to be viewed as you let this guy who fights at 130, 126 come all the way up to welterweight and beat you, right? And it would be largely in due part to Keith Thurman's inactivity as well. His timing is just not going to be there, okay? Keith Thurman has shown that, okay? Now, he closed the gap in the second half of the fight with Manny Pacquiao, a lot of success. But his game plan seemed to be all over the place, okay? He didn't seem to have a settled game plan. He seemed to be a little bit all over the place. And because of that, Gervonta Tank Davis' relentlessness, Gervonta Tank Davis's will, Gervonta Tank Davis' dog, the power, he's going to bring it to Keith Thurman. And Gervonta Tank Davis is well aware that Keith Thurman doesn't take it well to the body, okay? And I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis is more skilled than Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, you got it. Gervonta Tank Davis is more skilled than Manny Pacquiao. Gervonta Tank Davis puts his punches together better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, his biggest attribute is his left hand, but it's his left hand along with his feet. Okay, it allows him to put you in positions where you're not comfortable. It allows him to use angles that you're not comfortable with him using. Okay, he's able to throw punches from angles that you're not used to. He has very, very fast feet. Now, Manny Pacquiao may have faster feet than Gervonta Tank Davis, but skill set, Gervonta Tank Davis' ring IQ, I believe, is higher than Manny Pacquiao. Okay, he's more accurate than Manny Pacquiao. Okay, he's able to do more things in the ring. He's able to change levels better than Manny Pacquiao. You know what you're going to get with Manny Pacquiao. He overwhelms you. Okay, he's not a thinker. Manny Pacquiao overwhelms you with his activity, his fast feet. That's what Manny Pacquiao brings. That's the best thing he brings to the table, is that he has very, very fast feet. Okay, and he overwhelms his opponent. With that said, Keith Thurman will have a hard time, dealing with the mindset of Manny Pacquiao. Okay, so Gervonta Tank Davis puts punches together better than Manny Pacquiao. Okay, he changes levels better than Manny Pacquiao. He's more skilled. His jab is better than Manny Pacquiao. Again, Manny Pacquiao, he overwhelms his opponents, and he has that power. And he has that speed, the fast feet. He uses angles, but you can start, once you get adjusted to Manny Pacquiao's foot speed, you get adjusted to Manny Pacquiao's hand speed. You can start to time Manny Pacquiao, as Juan Manuel Marquez, four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, did against Manny Pacquiao. Eric Morales. We saw Manny Pacquiao outbox. We saw boxers with high ring IQ give Manny Pacquiao tons and tons of trouble. And I believe the same will go for, Gervonta Tank Davis. But you add that relentlessness from Gervonta Tank Davis along with the skill set of Gervonta Tank Davis, and that equals a whole different ball game. And again, Keith Thurman is not much bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. He's only 2 inches taller, and he only has 2-inch arm reach advantage. This is something Gervonta Tank Davis is used to being at a disadvantage. So you put him in the ring with that skill set, the explosiveness, and his ability to go to the body. He's a much better body puncher than Manny Pacquiao. And I believe that this is all wrong, and this would, this is a setup for Keith Thurman, man. This would be, a huge payday, huge, pay-per-view event. But I believe Keith Thurman would lose to Gervonta Tank Davis. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.